happened. So let me just, I'm gonna pull up the chat again. I'm not sure what happened. So that's dumb. But I'm just gonna pull up the chat real quick and then we'll keep going. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So, multi-passionate. I think I might have actually come to a place though where I feel like I am just kind of ready to just start actually being more structured in what I'm doing, and it does take a while to get there. Like genuinely, I always feel like I always feel like I need to do a lot of experimentation before I feel like ready to really commit, you know? And actually commit to some structure and actually commit to making a solid plan. But I don't feel like that's all that unusual, especially when you are, you know, kind of used to um, when you are used to already bouncing around a lot, and that's more of your learning style, and it's more of the way that you operate is by just bouncing around a whole lot. um, that does seem to be like an issue that we all deal with. Is just like this knowledge that things are just going to be kind of crazy for a while, but then eventually it'll be okay. All right, let's see what we're gonna do here. um let's see if I'm gonna put up here maybe. I want to make like a big, make like a, oops, that's the wrong way though. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go like, I've been playing around a lot more with, hey Toast. How's it going? I like your username. I also am a lover of toast. We're just talking about being multi-passionate and how you kind of have to make a mess before you really start committing to anything. I don't know where you land on that spectrum, but but I just really like just experimenting with a lot of things and keep myself interested while I'm learning. But I'm realizing that I've taken on so many potential hobbies at this point that I should probably just buck up and have a little more structure in some aspects of it. It's kind of where I'm arriving with it. I don't know. But I'm also looking to, I have some ideas for a web comic, and I wanted to play around with like uh, some different potentials, and because we've got all sorts of characters that I want to try making, but I just wanted to get like some, like make just like some several pages of things that I might want to experiment with, as I'm kind of figuring out the rest of the, just like the characters and the things that I want to do. I don't think I like that actually. I'll take this off. Hey, Paper, how's it going? Let's see what I'm gonna do. Kind of want to put some hair in the center here. Just been kind of experimenting with that. with playing around with hair and playing around with oops. But I also really want to yeah, so I'm still kind of figuring out these characters for this web comic, and I just I'm like in such the early stages, but I feel like just doing something and starting to experiment with different potential faces and potential like ideas. It just kind of keeps the creative. It keeps me on track, really. Just the creative juices, the creative ideas that I might want to incorporate with it. But I have so many ideas as to what I want to have. So, oh, thank you. We're just playing around today. Just playing around. I think we had done I had done like some really messy like nightmare monsters on live one time. And just kind of experimenting playing it around. So um I do have like a lot of monster ideas floating around in my head that I want to start sketching out as well. But today I just kind of woke up and felt like this. I did have some really I've had some really awesome dreams with monsters in them that I've been trying to like remember. You know the feeling when you wake up from a dream, you're like, oh, that's awesome, and then you're like you're trying to hold on to it, but it's like fast, like quickly slipping out of your head. That's been that's like, oh, that's half the battle. So I have like these dreams and these monsters and these different animals and scenery, and I'm trying to hold on to it desperately. And like, you know, I know people say like, oh, we'll just use a what is it, like a dream journal, but I swear it leaves my head so quickly. It's like by the time I even like pick up a pen, like it's already over. Like it's already it's already slipping out of my head. Ugh. But dreams are definitely one of those things that I like to draw from, you know, and pull from ideas in the imagination, you know. If you hear like scratching and stuff, it's my cat is outside. We're having like an unusually sunny day out, and she is just having the time of her life out there. Um, just messing around. What do I want to do for the eyes? Should we just like should we make her a monster? Should we just like should we completely uh let's just see how it looks. Completely black out the eyes. We do have some colored pencils. We could just like make them a creepy glowing color, but I kind of like the idea of just making them completely blacked out, as well as the mouth. Let me just do that. Like those moments when you realize that just a regular person is the villain. I kind of like, let's see. I kind of like it having such a like low chin as well. Yeah. Cool. So I think we'll start there. That one looks just nice and kind of wonky. Yeah. Okay, there's that. I do want to start drawing. I need to draw larger, but I have a hard time drawing larger when I'm warming up. Does that make sense to anybody else? Because I feel like that's kind of the case for me. Come here. Do you want to come up here? Come on. Come here. No? You're just going to stare at me? Are you asking to come up or what? You just had a snack, so I know that's not it. Okay. Sorry, my cat's just asking for who knows what. Let's see. I'm just gonna put this up here so people know what we're doing. And you also need to get better about get more. Come here. Sorry guys, I don't know what my cat wants. she's having a moment over here. Come here then. You can come up on the seat with me. Yeah, come here. Trying to draw and like manage this cat is like, here you go. I mean, I love her to death. Like, it's not even. I just don't know. I just don't know what to do with her sometimes. I kind of want to make it like kind of evilly looking, but at the same time, I don't know. We'll see. What? Okay, well, let's just see where that goes. Yeah. I think we're just gonna do let's see, maybe like a yelling mouth. Let's see, maybe like that, perhaps. That. I think we'll start there. I think I just put in like a little bit of teeth just for now, but then I want to come in and I don't know what kind of nose I want. I feel like noses are one of those things that, although you know what I kind of like? I kind of like this thing of, put that there for now. Is that too high? Maybe. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna wait on the nose. You know what? Honestly, I like to do the nose last. Is that weird? Because I feel like I can. I typically like to start with the eye shape, and then I just kind of work everything around it. I know I realize that's probably totally wrong, but it's just like I feel like what's wrong? Who cares? Generally, like I don't really care about right and wrong. I care about am I doing what I want to do. Let's see, I'm gonna place that there. What do you think? And then start there. I want this to end. I think I want this to end. I want this eye to be kind of big. Yeah. I hope there's not too much of a shadow because I've got this like this light to the right of me. Is the eye shape I want? Yeah, we'll just go with that. Just compensate for this window to my left. Actually, hold on, let me get up. So hopefully that looks okay. Actually, no, I'm gonna leave that. That's fine. Because I think I'm gonna carry that over here. Yeah. Do that. do that. And maybe we'll just put the nose. Maybe we'll just do one of those guys. Do one of those little noses. We'll try that. I'm primarily interested in I lost my train of thought. I can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh gosh. I'm gonna put some hair here, so I'm just gonna put that there for now, so I remember. Actually no, I don't need that there. That's fine. Because I think I want to experiment with that. I might make this more You guys use these eraser pencils? They're actually really kind of nice. The only thing I don't like about this one's a Faber, whatever. But sometimes the eraser itself, like the pink color will come off on the paper. It did it on the nose of this one earlier. That's the one thing I don't like about it. But other than that, I do kind of like that it kind of works. I have a kneadable eraser. Oh yeah, see? I don't know if that's showing up. It's pretty faint. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but that's pretty annoying to me. All right, let's see what else we want to do here. Actually, I'm gonna grab a drink of water right quick. I just have a cup of water over here on this table. Let me go grab that real quick. Okay, I think I'm just gonna bump this light up. Oops. Okay. Cool. Can you guys hear all the birds outside? I've got the front door open so the girls can just wander in and out. And Edgar's out there, my cat. She's watching the birds out there. The spring fever is strong in all of us. Okay. How about I'm really feeling pointy chins. I don't know. For some reason. I kind of want to do this one rough because I kind of want to see kind of like weird thing to do with that. Kind of like the eyes like really close together. And I'm imagining this in color too. Like it's kind of funny to pencil sketch stuff out because I'm thinking about I'm also thinking about it in terms of color. Also, do you guys remember Sonic the Hedgehog? when he would like ball up and like pew. This doesn't really. It just reminds me a little bit of it. But I kind of like the idea. Actually, it's kind of the way that I split it. It's kind of giving like. Could you imagine just maybe like a head with just wings on it? I kind of like that idea. Let's see. Wing head. Write that down. I'm cracking myself up over here. Okay. I kind of like that. I'm gonna darken this up a little bit, and then that way I can kind of get the lay of the land here with her. Although I don't know, this one might be non-binary. We'll see. I haven't quite decided yet. I mean, you know. You guys, I watched that I'm not usually into the drama, like I really don't care so much. But I did break down, I watched the America's Top Model documentary. Man, that was shady, man. I never watched the original. I think when it came out, like I was doing all sorts of other stuff. But I don't think that wasn't really my purview. I knew of it. Um but that was unconscionable. I mean, I'm only laughing because it was so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. And I'm sure, like, I want to believe in the benefit of people's hearts, and I want to believe that Tyra did set out to do the thing, that she did want to like change the modeling industry. But y'all, that was oh god. I was gonna say that's messy. That's not even fair. Like that whole thing was insane. What is even happening? But you can see too, like what I found in it too was it kind of paved the way for, it was like proof of concept for a lot of the reality shows that still go on, that they can just put people through some really awful things and people are going to watch it. But whether or not if she tries to launch a season 25, I can't even imagine. Really, really cannot. What a mess. What a mess. Let me just check. I just want to make sure that nobody's put anything in the chat. Sometimes it's like super quiet, which is totally chill. But I also don't want to miss it because sometimes I won't look because it's quiet. Okay. I put up a video last night. I can't remember, did I talk about this already? I don't think so. I put up this video last night about just how frustrated I've become with watercolor. Like, and it feels like such a money pit. It really does feel like, man, you gotta be really like in it, you know? Because like by the time you buy the paper, and then you got all these, the paints. Once you start getting into like, some of the nicer paints as opposed to the budget, things go off the rails. And then I bought some fancy-ish cotton paper. Like fancy-ish just meaning like it costs more than some of the basic stuff. And it was like, but it turns out that cotton paper, you need a lot more pigment. You need to lay down a lot more pigment. So now you're not just paying for more paper, you're paying for more product, more paints. And I'm just, I don't know. I enjoy it to relax. I enjoy it to have fun. I enjoy it for line and wash and for for things like that, right? But I don't I think it's too rich for my blood. Give me a pencil, give me a dip pen and some ink, and girl, I'm happy. Like I'm just messing around. I will mess around forever. Just keep it. I'm just I don't know. And then they're like, a lot of people, I don't even notice that they're like all these videos about like overconsumption, and I totally get that. But my biggest thing right now is like, well, I just want to pick mediums um that aren't like so fussy, I guess. Like and that's the current phase and the current like mental thing that I'm in right now. I don't know. We're encroaching on this. There's a goofy gal looking. But I was gonna play with some pen and ink this morning, but I opted to go with just some playful pencil doodling, really. I'm not sure if I like those eyes, but it gives me some ideas, and that's all that we're looking for. These types of sessions are honestly like my favorite, just like letting my hands go and just seeing what kind of weird stuff comes out, you know? Because so much of like, I don't know, so much of practice, like I like practicing and I like studying the masters, and like trying to sort out those things. But just letting myself play and not worry too much about like improvement. I don't know, I find um all sorts of fun things in there. It's always interesting to see like what your own hands do, um, unprompted, in my humble opinion. Okay, so we got weird guy number one. I think that'll be. I want to play around with this concept some more. Um, and I feel like I kind of want to. Um, Figure that out. Can everyone see? I know there's like a bit of a shadow. I have a light shining on us over here, but I feel like the shadow might still be too much. But I can't tell if it's actually my head, so it might actually not be the light. It might be just like me leaning over to look at what I'm doing. I'm not entirely sure. But if that does need some improvement on my end, feel free to drop a comment. Otherwise, I'm gonna assume it's not a big deal. All right, we'll just start with that there. Um, uh, oh gosh, all the neighbor dogs are out. we're getting the ambiance here of the the neighborhood. Does anybody else watch Dropout? The old they used to be College Humor. Those guys have been like um releasing some fun stuff, and we're watching some of the D&D campaigns. We're watching the is it Never Stop Blowing Up? It's like this really um it's complete chaos. It's like kind of like a D&D side campaign, but they're like it's in a like a action movie from like the 80s. And it's like such insane chaos, and it's so fun. It's really fun. Okay, let's draw something anew. I think I want to go with let's see here. what I should do. I was gonna do next. I was thinking about. There's another face that I wanted to like some elements that I wanted to experiment with. And it may just be actually I think I'm gonna start with just like this eye shape that I kinda wanted to experiment with. Um and with that. Kind of just one thing I would think about too is like combining. I don't like I have really sensitive skin, so I don't really uh wear makeup a whole lot. But I've been thinking a lot about combining just like some makeup techniques because sometimes like just as a cozy watch, I'll watch people put on makeup just for fun. Um, so I was thinking how fun it would be to combine like really cool makeup um, in with some of it, you know? Let's see, people. Oops. Yeah. I don't know. My blending stump is somewhere, and I don't know what I did with it. I thought it was here on this table, and then I thought maybe it was in my pen bag. It's not there. Kind of wondering if it rolled onto the floor at some point. Maybe the cat got it. Maybe not. I don't know. We shall see. But I'm hoping to find that soon because I like it. Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna bring this out just a little bit farther, I think. Cool. Oh, I need to see what time it is actually. Okay, I got a little more time. I got a little more time to be goofing off here. Okay. I think for that, and then there were a couple of trying to decide because I want to kind of play around with some hair for this dude. I think maybe I'll just what if we do just try to like lay just kind of start there. Oh, that's too low. That's lower than I wanted, I think. Because I do like the idea of having almost looks like a Karen Bob, doesn't it? Am I mad at that though? I don't know. I kind, I kind of. May I speak to your manager? That's what this is giving. this isn't. This isn't what. What is that drink that everybody likes at stupid Starbucks? Flat white, white flat, whatever. This isn't. This doesn't have a foam in my in my stupid drink. this this cashier wasn't as nice to me as I wanted. What do you mean you don't have the thing I want in stock? I know that's so old and tired, I know. And at the same time, that's what this hair is giving me, I think, a little bit. It's a very low key. It's not like the big poof, the high up, ratted. I don't want to go there. I want to make it very unsuspecting until she opens her mouth, and then you're like, oh shit. You know what's funny too is I'm noticing with a couple of these how slanted it is. And it's because my head is over here so that I'm like free of the camera. and so I'm not and so I'm not paying attention. So if you turn the whole page like this, then it's not actually, yeah, let me look at the camera. Because I think if you turn it like this, it's like fine. But then you turn it like this and it's like whoop. I just realized like how crazy that looks. because I went ahead and sat upright instead of uh instead of coming at it from such an angle. That's funny. My whole workspace got kind of like out of control just because I'm starting to film videos just like documenting certain things, you know? And I'm just getting started with that, but that means that like everything is like everywhere. I have to dismantle this whole setup and move everything around. so so it's just kind of a mess right now, but that's okay. What to do? But yeah, so I need to reconfigure my space, being a multi-passionate person, to accommodate all of the things that I'm doing. So that's in that element of or that aspect of design is hard because I'm kind of all over the place with everything, and I just do what I feel like doing that day. That's just how creatively I work, and in the rest of my life, honestly. But with when it comes to creative stuff, it's like I'm in charge of that. I don't have anybody telling me what to do, so so I'm just this hair does need to come up, but I put that eye there, and I just operate from a very like everything will be fine, everything will work out, and as a result of that, when it doesn't work out, I just make do with however things are, but that isn't very conducive to sharing things with other people because now my camera's in a weird spot and I'm sitting in a weird spot and everything is a little off. So being multi-passionate, being creative in a multitude of ways is just gonna be a mess. It's just gonna be, and I'm all right with it. It's just one of those things. It's just one of those things, man. You just can't worry too much about it. I was actually thinking about playing some music during these, but I haven't quite like, I don't know. Like music's fine, but it distracts me quite a bit. Oftentimes I don't use music all that often when I'm drawing, when I'm doodling and playing around with different concepts. All right. Let me see. Actually, yeah, I am going to need to get going because we've been on for an hour, and this is, I need to go to my I need to get ready for physical therapy for my back, so I'm gonna go do that. But I will post the next live we do. As I was talking about earlier, I've been kind of a mess as of late just because I am trying to juggle everything, but I'm slowly figuring it out. Like, I just need to make a mess before I can tidy it up. We're in the mess stage and we're about to tidy it up. So, that being said, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you in the next one. Stay chaotically